Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to check in with you today to do another review on a hairpiece that I just got this week, brand new from UniWigs, the Emily. She's right here, I'm looking at her. I want to take a look at the Emily with you, go over her top to bottom, and then what I thought we'd do is compare the Emily to another piece from UniWigs that's been getting a lot of attention, one that I did a review for and I love and I'm wearing a lot, the UniWigs Bella. And the reason I thought that I'd show you both of those pieces together today is the construction of the cap reminded me of the Emily, reminded me a lot of the Bella. So I thought that we would take a look at the two, compare, contrast, and then that might help those of you who are thinking about purchasing one of them and trying to decide between the two, what's the difference and which one is the right one for you. So let's start by taking a look at Emily. I have Emily here. I did something a little different this time. This is the Emily piece, and Emily is I want to make sure I get this right. Yes, 5x6 mono top, right? Human hair, obviously, as with all the UniWigs pieces that I have. They do have some synthetic pieces, but I only wear human hair. This one is shorter than my usual pieces. Normally I'll get a 16 or a 14-inch piece. 14-inch pieces tend to be just about right for me. With a 16-inch, it gives me some room to play and I'll have my stylist trim them up, or I recently got brave and trimmed one up myself. I'm going to do a video about that. But this Emily is a 12-inch piece, and I wanted to see if a 12-inch piece might work for me. My bio hair is not terribly long. One thing that I've noticed among ladies who are using helper hair pieces is many of them have a preference for what I call mermaid hair, really long, super long hair. And I get that, because if you're like me and you never had good hair and you finally have a solution that's gonna give you your confidence back and give you luxurious hair, you might want to have hair that's as long as possible. But for me, it just it would be too much. It doesn't really suit my lifestyle. It's not the best look on me. It kind of drags my whole face down. I like shorter hair, so my helper hair, I feel guilty when I get a 16-inch piece and I cut off the bottom to come up to where my bio hair is. So I thought I might try a 12-inch piece and see how that worked. One other reason that I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at a shorter piece is you might have noticed when you're on the site, the longer the piece, the higher the price. So rather than getting a 16-inch piece and paying a whole bunch of money for it and then cutting off 4 inches, I thought, I wonder if I could pay less, get a 12-inch, and if that would work for me. So we're going to see today if the 12-inch length will work for my hair. Let's take a look what's going on inside. This is the cap on the Emily, and I told you that it reminds me a lot of the cap on the Bella, right? So big difference, of course, is the Emily here is a mono top. The Bella is a silk top. But you'll notice that the cap on the Emily is, well, it's all mono, really. There are no wefts. There's the poly strip that runs around, but it doesn't have the wefting that some of the, like the Claire has, for example. And my opinion is the pieces are lighter without the wefts. I don't really see a downside. The other thing that I like about the cap, this type of cap, is all of this space is really parting space. So I wear a deep side part on a daily basis, and this cap, just like the Bella, gives me plenty of room to move the part anywhere from here to here. That's a lot of room to play with. So multi-directional parting. The hair will just kind of fall naturally. You will have to wet it and then set it. I'll do a video on setting a part. I had someone ask me if I could do that, and I'm happy to do it. As you know, most UniWigs pieces come with a center part. I'm going to put this on for you today with a center part. But you and I both know that is not a good look for me. I've tried. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm obsessed with the idea of like Kardashian center parted poker straight hair, or Cher back in the day with the center part, and I love that. I loved Cher when I was growing up. I've tried. but even with helper hair, is just not a look that works for me. So I'm gonna put this on for you today with the center part. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take her upstairs, wet this down, and set aside part. So one thing I noticed, I have a lot of UniWigs pieces, is I think these clips are different than my other UniWigs pieces, even the Bella. These clips feel a lot harder and sturdier, and I'm here for it. I like it a lot. I think they sound like maybe they're metal instead of the hard plastic. I don't know. At any rate, these feel different and they feel more substantial and sturdier. There are only 4 of them on this cap. So if you wanted to add some more yourself, you could. I have to say, I might consider adding one at the very front. I find generally that this cap style lays really flat for me, but I really like having a clip or something at the front. You just have to be careful not to put it where it's easily visible on the part. So here she is, gorgeous. This is a natural black piece. If you watched my videos, you know that natural black is my natural hair color. Natural black is a really, 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 really dark brown. So yeah, she's gorgeous human hair, natural black, 12-inch length. It's the standard 130 density, the 5x7 mono top with these awesome new killer clips that I'm really into. And I'm gonna open her up and try her on with the center part. And then we'll take a look at this one compared to the Bella. All right, here we go. Take my hair down and have one of my handy dandy easy hair combs. Oh, center part, wow. It's not a good look for me. All right, so here's my bio hair. So I'm gonna take Emily, pop her on my head. Match that part up. I'm gonna clip the 2 front clips. I can always adjust them if I need to. I'm gonna, there's a back one and one more. Okay, so I have her right up at the front of my hairline. I'm not sure, it's a little tough for me to tell. I usually have a mirror where I can check and see if I'm steering you guys wrong with something. So, and I don't have that here. So my apologies. I can't quite tell if I have perfectly lined up my part with her part and if I've gotten it close enough. I think so. From this distance, it looks like I have. So it looks like the 12-inch is a pretty good match for my bio hair length, right? Here's my bio hair. Here's the 12-inch. I wish this came in a 14-inch. I'll tell you why. Lip gloss and hair pieces, not a good combo. The 14-inch is the length that I prefer to get because it gives me the ability to trim it up and have a nice blunt line, like there's a little more fullness at the bottom edge with a 14-inch, I think, than this 12. But, I mean, it matches my length pretty darn closely. This is a really pretty piece. And I have to tell you, it is so lightweight. Like it's amazing how lightweight this piece is. As I mentioned before, all of this up here is mono, so you can move the part as you'd like. Right? I mean, I need to wet it down. Well, that looks a little crazy, but you guys know the drill, right? You know, take a spray bottle with some water and then wet it down and move the part. I don't think I'll have much luck moving it dry, but you get the idea. Oh, she's pretty. This hair is so silky soft. I love that. Yeah. Now, if I wanted to, let me find my center part again. At the part line, if there's any sort of gap to kind of help blend it in, I always have eyeshadow or root shadow or root powder that you can get at Sally's or CVS, or lately I've been using the L'Oreal root spray in the sort of turquoise bottle. I love it. It's great. It's super easy. A little on the roots there and everything blends in perfectly. This is a really pretty piece, and I can't emphasize enough, it's like you don't have anything on your head at all. It's so lightweight. So let me take this off and pull my hair back, and then I'll be right back and we'll take a look at this piece compared to the Bella so that you can get an idea between the two and decide which one of them might be the best choice for you. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's take a look at the Emily and compare that to the Bella, because there's so much chatter about the Bella. It's a great piece, I love it, but it's maybe not the piece for you. So let's take a look at the differences. So for starters, the Emily is a monotop piece. This is what the part looks like on Emily. Really pretty, natural looking part, right? You can, as I mentioned, it's multi-directional. You can move the part to anywhere within this space that you want. For those of you just getting started with toppers or maybe not familiar with the different types of tops, there's lace top, monotop, and silk top, and that's the order of realism, right? Lace is least realistic looking, requires some work. Usually you'll pluck the part line to make it look more natural, put concealer on it, or even use Scar Away underneath to give it the appearance of actual scalp. Monotop, Emily here, right? That's a step up in terms of being realistic looking. This is a really nice looking monotop, I have to say. I posted some pictures to the UniWigs group in the past about side-by-side comparison of their monotop and the silk top. So this is the monotop on Emily. Nice, realistic looking. We'll take a look at the Bella silk top. And yeah, and I think I mentioned the size on this is 5x6. That's a difference between Emily and Bella. So let's take a look. Oh, while we're doing this, I wanted to show you, I spent some time, like I've keep getting more UniWigs pieces and some other toppers from other vendors as well. And so I have a lot of them. They're all the same color. I was having a tough time keeping track of what's what. So I found these boxes on Amazon. I'll link to them. And I have now put all of my pieces in their own little box. And there's a tag, just use some old gift tags I had lying around with the name of each piece or the description that will help me recognize it on site. So it's really handy, and they stack and lock in and stack them all up. So now I have a spot in my closet where I'm keeping them all. I love it. It's great. This is Bella's box. So let's open her up and take a look at her compared to Emily. So keep in mind that this Bella has been trimmed and curled because I do wear her all the time. So she's already been to see my stylist and has been trimmed up, and she has a little bit of a wave in there from a curling rod. Oh, and she smells like coconut oil. I love it. Okay. So here's the difference between Bella and Emily in terms of the cap. The cap on Bella is larger. Bella is a 6x7 instead of the 5x6 that Emily is. Bella is a silk top instead of a monotop. Let me see if I can show you the silk top up close. You can see, I mean, dang. That looks pretty realistic. So that's the silk top and the realistic look that you get with the silk top. Another big difference is there's a clip at the very front of the hairline on the Bella, and I love that. I really do. I think I mentioned with the Emily, there are 4 clips. You can see Bella has 6. So smaller cap, fewer clips. But again, I really love having this front clip in the Bella. It helps it lay nice and flat, and I might do that with an Emily. Let me see if I can do a side-by-side comparison on the scalp area. I haven't plucked the Bella. That's just what the part looks like on her. So that's the silk Bella, and this is the monotop Emily, right? So yeah, and they're the inside of the caps. To be honest with you, they're both super lightweight. I mean, trying to see if I can feel a difference in weight. I really can't. The hair is similar quality, I think, between the two. I mean, these are, you know, she's been washed and styled and all that and worn a lot. This is right out of the box, that shiny, silky new hair right out of the box. I'm looking at the scalp area. I don't know, guys. They're both super lightweight. I love the cap construction on both. This is mono, this is silk. You're really looking at a difference in the scalp, how realistic the scalp looks. They both do a huge parting area, so you can wear a deep side part with it. And you can move your part around easily. I would say cost might be the deciding factor for you, but to be really honest, I looked at the site, and for a 12-inch in both pieces, I think the difference was only, yeah, like $30. So I really like them both, for sure. There's a lot to like about each one. I love Bella. I've been wearing her non-stop since I got her. And I'm anxious to try Emily. I will say, I wish Emily came in a 14-inch. I think the two options were 12-inch and 16-inch, but you know, I'm a 14-inch kind of girl, and that would have been great. But it looks like this 12-inch will work okay for me with my bio length. So I don't know. I hope that maybe this is helpful for you to see the two side by side and decide which one might be the right fit for you. I hope that this was a helpful video for you. Please subscribe to my channel. I've decided to start doing more videos. I've had a number of you reach out to me through private message and through the Facebook group for UniWigs, asking if I can do specific topics. So I've been playing around lately a lot with braids, braided hairbands. Someone asked if I can do a video on the braids that I've been wearing and where I got them and how I'm using them. And someone asked if I could do a video comparing silk and monotop, which I feel like we did a little bit of that today. And someone also reached out and asked me if I could walk through how I wash my toppers, and I'm happy to do that. So I'm going to be posting quite a few more videos in the next couple of weeks. It would be great if you could subscribe and leave a note letting me know what topics you'd be interested in seeing me cover in a video. And I'm happy to do that. I hope this is helpful. Always appreciate you stopping by and watching, and see you soon.